All right, everyone. It is Monday night, so you know what that means. It is time for Nerdcamp Sports. Me and Raja Anthony Ali are here to start. How you feeling tonight, my brother?
Man, I'm feeling great. Hopefully, the Jets will get a win tonight. We need a win. Somebody needs to win, either the Dolphins or the Jets. Somebody's going to get it tonight. So I'm feeling great, man.
It might be like Dallas.
Yeah, it might end up like Dallas and Green Bay. Which I would not put past the NFL right now because they like doing some random stuff. So it is what it is.
Oh man! But tonight we're gonna start with some. It was NBA Media Day today.
Yes.
And one topic we did not discuss. Oh wow! Brandon is here early. Okay.
Awesome.
But all right. Well, we can always save that. But I at least want to talk about Fred Van.
This isn't going to work out as good as I wanted it to.
Yeah. Well, you in the car?
Oh, I'm still at work.
You're still at work? Oh, man.
Yeah. Here I am getting fucking Taco Bell on my lunch.
I'm going to jump back in.
Late. Yeah. I've never hated corporate America more.
You still have deliveries left?
Oh, no, I'm done. But it's just, if I don't eat now, then I get to not eat for another hour and a half. So it's like.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because there's a 30-minute drive back home, 15 minutes working up, getting rid of the stuff in the back of my truck, 15 minutes drive back home, and then got to make dinner. Like.
You're better off just eating now.
Yeah, literally, just better off eating now. I was hoping the volume was going to be louder on this. I can barely hear you. Oh wait, maybe that worked. Speak now.
Can you hear me?
A little better, yeah.
All right. Well, we do. You try, and that's all that matters.
I'm doing the best I can, man.
You work at UPS.
Beating while I'm getting beating.
Just waiting for Raj to jump back in. He couldn't hear him due to the,
There's no delay or echoing coming from me or there anything?
Nah, he just couldn't hear you when you came in, so I'm waiting for him to hop back in. R&B, what's up, my brother?
What's up, man?
You sound and look a lot.
I'm just go ahead and say it. Raj's system sucks. Whatever he got going over there sucks. He needs to upgrade it because it's always something with his shit. He popped back in.
There he is.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear. There we go. Yep. We can hear you.
All right. Cool.
Hold on. Can you hear me, Raj?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, we had another fun-filled week here of football, and I think I'm gonna start with Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart yesterday. I can confidently say this: the same issues I got with Josh Allen are the same issues I'm gonna have with him. He runs too damn much. Way too much. I mean, man, it was bad in that regard. However, I'm going to start with you, Andrew. What were your thoughts on the way the Giants played yesterday, particularly Jackson Dart in his debut?
With Dart, I'll be honest, the Giants as a whole shocked me because I did not see them upsetting the Chargers at all. That got to be like the upset pick of the week.
Yep.
People who picked that game on with Vegas or whatever got paid yesterday because I don't think nobody saw that shit coming. Maybe you might have had some people that thought it could have been like a challenging game, but nobody saw like them actually beating them or whatever. But I think the Giants defense finally stepped up and showed, what they can be when they playing on all cylinders. As far as Jackson Dart, I ain't gonna say he run too much. I'm gonna just say I feel like he did what he needed to do yesterday in order to get the victory. You know, they took what the Chargers were giving them, and the Chargers were giving him the run, and he excelled at it yesterday. He did his thing. So overall, I think he played a pretty solid, first start, clean game. Like I said, the defense finally showed what they can be. So, those are my thoughts. I think the Giants came out and played a pretty solid game out of nowhere, blew a lot of people's minds, and got the upset.
Brandon, would you say that this was a Giants win or a Chargers loss?
Probably more of a Chargers loss. I mean, like, you didn't take care of business. You're 3-0, playing 0-3 team. Doesn't matter if you're on the road or not. I get, you lost your left tackle, Joe Alt, but they lost their number one wide receiver. So I feel like this was probably, a coaching letdown on Harbaugh a little bit. That, you needed to come out and be stronger and change the tide, do something, whether it be him or Herbert or just it didn't, the defense got the better of you. And for some reason, your defense wasn't able to take advantage of a rookie quarterback. So, all the, props to Jackson Dart for getting it done, even without his number one wide receiver. That's, good job, Giants. Tough upset victory. And yeah, I wasn't seeing that myself, but I did, at the beginning of the year, I said I felt the Giants would be closer to mid than bad because of that defense. So.
Okay, fair enough. Raj, how do you believe that the loss of Malik Neighbors with a torn ACL will affect the Giants through this whole season pretty much, and even potentially going into next season?
Man, that is a huge loss. I mean, Malik Neighbors is probably one of the most talented wide receivers in all of the NFC. And I think, he's very underrated when it comes down to his catching abilities because he's up there, man. He's probably the best, wide receiver to catch it ever. But a lot of people don't talk about his abilities to grab the ball out the air. But not only that, his, the yak, the yards after the catch. And I think also it's kind of it's sad because they don't really have a second wide receiver to do that. I mean, I know they got Wan'Dale Robinson and, they got a few other wide receivers that pretty much generic players, but they need a wide receiver that could take over like Malik Neighbors or at least close to for Jackson Dart to have some type of success. But outside of the football, man, I'm prayers to him, man. He's a, great young guy. And I hate to see that, especially when you're doing something so basic like jumping up in the air. Yeah, I mean, I watched the whole game and I was just shocked. I'm I didn't even know it was an ACL injury, but that just really hurt. So prayers to him, man.
So they did confirm that it was an ACL today?
This morning.
Yeah, I'll say that, when you lose, even in a victory, that's the worst kind of victory.
Yeah.
Losing Malik Neighbors and someone of his caliber, who's a difference maker, for the whole season is huge, and potentially going to lose him into the start of next season, 4 or 5 weeks potentially, or longer, depending on the recovery process and things of that nature. But I'll say that I did not see the Giants winning this game. I didn't even see them being competitive. The Chargers are walking in here 3-0, and I'm okay, well, they got to do this. They got to go to 4-0 at a time where now you look at Kansas City starting to figure it out and remember who they are. If I'm the Chargers, that loss hurts because although you do have a game on them already, there's still another game to be played between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wouldn't. I will say kudos to the Giants. But we will see what happens with them moving forward. So
Definitely.
I want to transition here. To Baltimore.
I've been waiting for this shit.
Before Brandon has to get off and drive back and do everything on before we.
I'm gonna try and talk while I'm because this truck's actually kind of quiet. I think I'm gonna try if I can while I'm driving talk to you guys.
Well, I want to get this one in while you're here. So let's just call it what it is. Wow. If you would have told me through 4 weeks that the Steelers would be 3-1 and in first place in the AFC North, and Baltimore would be 1-3 in last place or towards the bottom, I'd have told you were crazy.
I would have said, I hope.
I'd have told you you're crazy.
I'm glad we say them receipts, but I'm not gonna speak too much.
We're not saving receipts.
It's still early.
There's nothing to save receipts on. Yes,
it is. Yes, it is. I say I ain't gonna talk too early. I ain't gonna let you trick me, Mike. But I told y'all Pittsburgh could win this division, and that Aaron Rodgers could threaten to go to the AFC Championship in the Super Bowl.
He did say that. He did say that, but we ain't gonna say nothing right now.
Yeah, that's because y'all know it's only week fucking 4.
But Mike,
but
we know it ain't looking good at all.
Well, what I know is the defense played a lot better the last 2 weeks. We ain't talking about the Steelers right now. We talking about how bad the Ravens are. And that's a problem. Raj, what would you say is the biggest key factor? What was the biggest key factor in the Ravens losing this game?
Man, well, I would say
Lamar got hurt, hamstring.
Yeah, I would definitely say the hamstring injury from Lamar, but also just the fact that the team just looks like they're not interested. And for some reason, Harbaugh can't coach like he used to coach. Like when they won the Super Bowl back in, I don't know what it was. It's like 2015, 2016. I don't know. So it's such a long time ago.
2012, right?
Yeah, 2012.
The Ravens?
Yeah, when the Ravens, 2012, right? Yeah, so when the Ravens won the Super Bowl in 2012, that run was probably Harbaugh's best coaching ever to get his team out of the mud and get them to win games, right? But low key, Harbaugh's starting to look like Doc Rivers. He can't. He's looking like he's riding off of one championship, right? He's riding off of one championship, and he's trying to get everybody to buy in, but nobody's buying into this man. And it's just sad to me because you have a very small championship window. Derrick Henry, this might be his last prime run, even though he's not playing good, but you know what I'm saying. This might be his last run. Lamar Jackson is starting to become low-key injury prone. So a lot of stuff is playing against how they're winning how they're actually playing now. And I don't know if they're going to be able to win anytime soon. So to answer your question, man, it just looked like the team just wasn't interested. And when Lamar threw his helmet on the ground, I knew it was over. I knew Kermit the Frog was going to win the game.
So, I got a lot of friends who are Ravens fans. And, they're a little upset with the beginning of this season. But a lot of them, and this question's going to go to you, Armbu, a lot of them are calling for John Harbaugh to be fired.
Hey, Agent Sosis, mute your background for a second until we get around to you. because it's a lot of
Yeah.
it's a lot of back noise coming from there.
Yeah. All right. I'll call you. When I get back in my car, I'll do it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you in a little
Thanks.
bit. So, do you believe that? And after this topic, we're gonna flip to the NBA and get those out while he's doing his thing. Do you believe that John Harbaugh should be fired?
Yes. Not right now, but yes.
At the end of the season.
This is another one of my predictions, and this is another one of my things that I said going into last year's playoff run, that if they didn't look good, Harbaugh was gonna be on the hot seat coming into this year, and that they because and then what have I been saying all season since we started talking about football and talking about the Ravens? Everybody and their mama said it on paper. It was no more excuses for Lamar Jackson. They've given this man everything he needs in order to try to deliver a championship. Now he just got to do it, and the team just got to do it, and Harbaugh just got to do it, bro. Raj said he knew it was over when he threw his helmet down. Me and my boy, we sitting watching the game, and when Lamar threw that first pick to the linebacker, what's his name, Karlaftis, that played for the Chiefs, is it Kafalafis? Something like that.
Yeah.
Type shit. When he threw that first pick to him, I looked dead at my boy. I was on the phone, and I looked dead at my boy, and I was like, "There you go."
Yep. You're right.
And I knew. Excuse me, I'm still coming back a little bit, y'all, but
all
I knew at that point, man, that game, I knew it was over right there. I knew it was over. I knew it. I'm like, and then he started doing the same old shit. You know what I'm saying? They look this. It's like what I told my boy when we was kicking it yesterday. When it comes to John Harbaugh, he's a good coach. I just think his tenure in Baltimore maybe has run out. So maybe it's time for him to go explore, resign, or they decide to part ways, and maybe he go explore a job somewhere else in the college ranks, or some open up in some. We know his job's always open in the NFL every year. Somebody always getting fired. So you know, what I'm saying maybe it's time for him to breathe in a new situation. I think Lamar needs somebody that can come there and truly unlock him to the best of his capabilities.
I got a question, RB. Speaking of that, let's say this coach, and I'm not going to say his name yet because I don't want you to guess who he is yet. But let's say this coach does great in college, for his one and done type year as a coach, and he could be that coach to coach Lamar next year if John Harbaugh is gone. That coach being, oh damn, Allen's down. Oh man, I'm sorry. My running back's down.
Fantasy football.
Well, nah, that's Jets kind of stuff. But that coach being Mike Vick, do you think he could coach Lamar Jackson and help him in his development and unlock a lot of the things that he have?
I'm gonna have to say a tough no because I love me some Mike Vick, but I'm gonna have to say a tough no for right now because I feel like with Mike Vick, this is his first coaching opportunity. Period. So he's gonna have to, he got to show us what he's capable of on this level first and foremost. You know what I'm saying, and then maybe down the line. Hopefully there will be an opportunity at some point that will come available to him in the NFL or higher in the college ranks if he, does what he needs to do as far as building a, championship team or building a winner. But when I say unlock, it's like I give you somebody, and it surprised me myself, but if I was Baltimore, I might be willing to give Cliff Kingsbury a 2-year deal. Woo! Just to see if he can unlock Lamar to the fullest potential to where we need him to where he can win big games.
I like that.
Because I feel like what they're doing with him and Derrick Henry or with him, I feel like it's not winning them in the big games. That like, yeah, they can put up these flashy season stats and put up big numbers and stuff like that. But overall, they're not winning these big games. And yesterday, the 4:30 game yesterday between Baltimore and Kansas, that was a big game. That was a playoff game for both of them early in this season because neither one of them wanted to drop to going 1-3. Neither one of them wanted to drop to going 1-3. Baltimore, we're already seeing Pittsburgh at a 3-1 clip right now. You know what I'm saying, which is kind of bolden in their favor. And then Kansas City definitely didn't want to slip too far behind with the Chargers taking off, going 3-0 early in the year. You know what I'm saying, taking the early division lead like they did. So neither one of these teams wanted to lose that game. This was a big and pivotal game, and yet again, Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh came up short. That defense came up short.
Yeah.
They need to figure out something else, man. They got to figure out a way to unlock them. Just like with Philadelphia, it kind of compares the same thing to me. Even though their coach is good and they're winning, they just won the Super Bowl. I don't think they know how to truly unlock Jalen Hurts. It's either they don't know how to truly unlock him, or he's not what everybody thinks he is, and they're masking it.
True. I'll say this about the Ravens. The Ravens don't have an inability of putting points on the board offensively. Their defense has been god-awful the whole season. They haven't done anything like we're used to seeing them do. That's the first issue. The second issue is, you have these uncharacteristic fumbles from Derrick Henry.
Right.
They're not normal. It's not what he does. And, and it's because it's hurting the team. The only upside I will say is the 3 teams they lost to are all teams that made the playoffs last year. The Bills, the Chiefs, and the Lions. As for Harbaugh, I say this to people all the time, and Ravens fans get upset, but he's just another version of Mike Tomlin. In the sense, like, he won a Super Bowl 13 years ago, right? And I don't think they've been back. No, they didn't go back to another one, did they?
What, a Super Bowl? No.
Baltimore, no. They've been to the AFC Championship, which was the year before last, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Nope,
So,
they haven't been back to the Super Bowl.
So now you're looking at a guy who has 2 Super Bowl or who has a Super Bowl championship, who's been there, 15, 20 years. Well, not 20, but he's been there a long time. And now it's time. It might be time for them to move on. And I think they have to figure out a way to be better. Like the game against Buffalo, you need to close that game out.
Mm-hmm.
The game with Detroit got away from them in the beginning, and they just could never get a rhythm together until it was too late. And then the game yesterday, started out slow, but then ultimately, Lamar got hurt, and they took, they lost. Some fans I've seen right online have stated that Lamar isn't really hurt. They were just losing so bad. He didn't want to be the fall guy. I'm like, that's
possible.
Narrative.
But why would he?
Not everyone. He ain't Anthony Richardson, no.
But real quick though, Mike, I gotta add something in about that, right? With like the coaching. and how the players are pretty much like not feeling what's going on. Derrick Henry, I don't know if you noticed, he had 8 carries for 42 yards.
Yesterday.
Yes. But 8 carries for 42 yards is uncharacteristic, right? But then you turn around and you see Justice Hill, he had 3 carries for 76. Like, what are we doing?
Well, I will say this. Derrick Henry can't help the play call. That's the coordinator or Harbaugh, whoever's calling the plays.
Right.
But you definitely should be at least rushing Henry 15 times a game.
Right. And that's what I'm saying as far as them believing in John Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? Because look, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the one of the things though, how can you really keep rushing him or rush him 15 times a game when you putting yourself in these major deficits with turnovers and 3 and outs and shit? And if the more the Chiefs put up, the more you got to start throwing to keep up, because running ain't gonna keep up with the Chiefs once they get hot and start going. And Pat was going yesterday. Kelsey was even showing some life of old yesterday.
Right. That's fair. And I get what you're saying, because like when you're in a deficit, you got to get the points. You got to get the people downfield.
What? Why? Okay.
But
he's not wrong with what he's saying, but do you know why the Ravens can't beat the Chiefs?
Why?
Because they try to outplay them at their own game. So
I agree.
When I see the Ravens play the Chiefs, when I see the Ravens play anyone else, they're rushing the ball.
Yep.
Taking what the defense is giving them. But when they play the Chiefs, they throw the ball a lot.
I disagree.
You can disagree, but that's the fact.
Look
at that. Look at the last time.
It's not. It's not.
Look at the last time they played in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Lamar was throwing the ball. They barely rushed. That's how they played.
Look at the times they played them when they did rush. Look at the times that they played them when they did rush. It was the same result. So what it is that really, truly, the Chiefs just got their punt card. They got their fucking punt card because they tried to do it both ways. They've tried to do it the run way. They've tried to do it the throw way. They've tried to do it the blend of run and throw. They just don't seem to be able to beat these motherfuckers, no matter what they try.
Don't matter. They throw the ball more than they usually do, regardless. That's the thing. Because they try to bow down. They try to say, okay, well, they get in this deficit. They get in this deficit.
Not buying that property.
They get in this deficit, and then what did you just say? They throw the ball. So that means they throw the ball more.
They don't always get in the deficit. They don't always get in the deficit. That just was the case of yesterday's game.
Right.
And the last time in the playoffs, when they played the Chiefs, they did the same thing. Real quick,
I want to say this real quick. See, this is what I'm saying though. That's why I pointed out the carries for Henry, because when it's all said and done, if I'm starting my drive, right, my goal is to slow the game down, because Patrick Mahomes is going to air this thing out because they don't have a run game. So I'm going to slow this game down. I'm going to make this as methodical as possible and get some points on the board as much as I can.
They had a run game yesterday against that sorry-ass Ravens defense.
Yeah, well.
You just see that this damn team
that defense is horrible. Yeah, you're definitely right. It's definitely not what it was last year. It's definitely not what it was.
I picked this defense on my fantasy team, my football team, and
they're horrible.
Highly disappointed for doing so.
Yeah, they're horrible. I mean, they were just running through them. What's the name? Had a resurgence. Pacheco.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's I don't know. I think what's the name? Ask. He's probably going to be gone. I think Lamar Jackson asked for Harbaugh to get fired.
I think every time they play them, let's not forget, and Andy Reid was the one that gave Jim Harbaugh his first job in Philly as the special teams coordinator, if I'm not mistaken.
What are you doing?
Wow, he
So he
just
came
dropped
from
that
under the
ball.
Andy Reid tree.
Right.
Man, the it
My
just seems
bad.
to be one of those cases of the master just beating on the student. The student just can't beat the teacher. He
Yeah.
can't beat him. He outcoaches him every single time. And I'm not saying that you completely wrong, Mike. What I'm saying is that we've seen a history. We got a resume here of at least 4 or 5 years now here in a row of historic battles between the Ravens and Chiefs and Josh Allen and the Chiefs and so on and so forth. And it seems like Harbaugh always is the one that gets out coached badly by Andy Reid. No matter what they try to do, they throw it, they run it, they throw it and run it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. They always seem to shell up. That's the main issue. That not even trying to be funny. That really seems to be the main issue. Like I said, they got their point card. The Ravens seem like when they go to play Kansas City or when Kansas City come to play them, they get hot in the pants like a little girl for a singer at a concert, and they squirm up. They turned into the light skinned woman on the 5 Heartbeats in the chair when Eddie was.
Oh my gosh.
That's the Ravens. That's the Ravens every time, man. That's the Ravens.
That's hilarious. Real quick. So they play the Texans next week, right? Do you think without Lamar Jackson, the Ravens win that game?
Who is the backup for Baltimore?
Cooper Rush, I think. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he came in yesterday. Cooper Rush
Yeah.
came in yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that he is the backup. Cooper Rush is actually a pretty solid backup.
He's good. He's a good backup.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? With the way the Texans have been playing, you know, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't been nothing to shout home about either.
That's a fact. Yeah, I think they can probably hold the Texans. But that, you know what you were saying though, R&B about their defense. Now I'm starting to question if they could win the game.
Yeah.
Because their defense did not show up. I mean, I know it was the Chiefs, obviously, but they've been playing like this for the past couple of games. Like the defense been giving up drives after drive after drive, and I'm like, this is not how he was playing last season.
You say this might be that game that CJ Stroud needs to get his shit going in the right direction.
This might be it. It's two, and especially with 2 wins in a row. This would be his second win in a row if he goes up against him and win. So I don't know. I think you know what? I'm gonna pencil in Texans winning that game.
Go Texans winning it.
I got Texas winning it. I hate to say it even feels wrong saying it, but this might be the turnaround.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna see how it goes down.
Yeah.
So we'll take a second here and flip to the NBA. I'm gonna start with what happened today, or yesterday. I forget when I read it, but Al Horford is signing with the Golden State Warriors, or as I seen in the article where I read it, the Olden State Warriors.
They got a team full of unks.
Now we know that Golden State still has Steph, Dre, what's his name? Moody has stepped up last season. Who else? What's that white dude's name?
Paczynski?
Yeah. They still got a team, but Raj, I'm gonna start with you. How do you think? There's a certain way I want to ask this question. Okay. And what do you think Golden State was thinking in making this signing? Only because this isn't something that I think moves the needle for them.
Right. Well, okay. So here's the thing. Honestly, I don't know what the Golden State Warriors, the front office, is thinking about. They didn't sign anybody up until this point. They still haven't even signed Kuminga. They offered him a deal. They offered him, I think, $72 million or $75 million, 3 years, but they didn't sign him. And they didn't find no other free agents. Jimmy Butler, I believe, is like 36, 37. I don't know how old he is. He's in his late 30s.
I keep forgetting he's there.
Yeah, he's there. Jimmy Butler, let me see. Jimmy Butler's 36, right? Steph Curry, I think, is 37. You have an old-ass team. So we're looking at a team that's average about, I want to say their starting five age range is like 32 years old. So this team,
that might even be nice.
And I'm being generous. This team, they're not worried about winning the championship for some reason, because this might be Steph's last year, or next year might be his last year, because he's been here 17 years. So I don't know what they're doing. I think they're just trying to sell tickets, to be quite honest. So this Al Horford signing, I don't think it does anything for them except probably just help them with a little bit of defense in the interior, maybe some rebounds. But Al Horford's 40. So this isn't really anything impressive at all.
And from R&B, I seen the look on your face when I said that. I take it you have a different point of view or a different way to look at it.
I do. This is a good sign about the Golden State Warriors. This is a needle mover. It may not be a needle mover to the height of the phrase needle mover, but this is let's just say a shot in the arm. It may not be a needle mover, but it's a shot in the arm. You gotta remember, Steph Curry is still playing ball at an MVP level right now, right?
Right.
He almost averaged 30 points a game last year. Let's not forget that, right? Draymond Green is Draymond Green. He's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to play good defense for you. He's going to do stupid shit, miss games, whatever the case may be. Yeah, they do got a couple young pieces. Yeah. They signed Steph as well yesterday, Steph's brother. So
another one that's old as shit.
Shooter.
The real Splash Brothers.
I said that, the real Splash Brothers. That brings another shooter. You gotta think about the way that they're trying to complement this team. It's not we paying attention to their age, but we gotta pay attention to the way that they're trying to put this team together to complement one another. With the style of play that Draymond has, the style of play that Steph has, Jimmy Butler, Al Horford fits that. Because though he's older and up in age, you know what I'm saying, he's still a big man that can go and get you rebounds. He can spread the floor with his shot. He's gonna hustle. He's gonna do all the little things. That's what he loves to do. You know what I'm saying? That's been his role for these past few years or so over in Boston. Like that's what he does. Like, he's a grit and get it type of center and big man. So you talking about bringing him in. I think he's going to do a lot more for them than Kevin Looney has done in the past 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Tell me that.
He left too, didn't he? Kevin Looney.
Yeah, Kevin, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
His ass gone. So with the style of play that they have, bringing in somebody like Seth to help spread the floor as well. I did see that they're supposed to be bringing GP the second back and another one of the younger cats back from the bench. I don't think that this is going to be just it either. I think that there'll probably be more moves to be made closer to the trade deadline. But you mark my words, just as well as we can look at Dallas, who's got some older veterans as well with some youth. And say that they should, if they're healthy, they should threaten to, go to the finals. You smoking dope if you don't think that this Golden State team, if they're able to stay healthy and that youth nucleus can pour into what those veterans have and Steph is still playing at a high level like we expect him to, like he was just doing this past season, this team can contend for the West, man.
All
This
right.
team can contend for the West.
Let me just say this real quick though. R&B.
Hold on, real quick, Raj, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Did we not just see what they did when they traded for Jimmy Butler last season? And
Yes.
then when Steph Curry went down, when Steph Curry got hurt, it fell apart in the playoffs. But because Steph Curry got hurt in the playoffs, were we not sitting here saying this Golden State team might be the ones to knock OKC off and go back to the finals again?
We did say that before the injury. Now, let's go back to the ages. 37, 39, 36, okay? 30, 34.
This is a new generation.
Draymond Green, 37. I'm pointing this out because I'm trying to get you to understand. It's their talent is there. Their wisdom is there, but their body's not there. Jimmy Butler, injury prone.
It's not the 90s no more, bro. I get you.
Steph Curry.
Jimmy Butler been injury prone since he was in his 20s.
That's my point. They can't get to the finals if everybody's hurt.
And he drugged two teams to the finals.
Which I don't know how that happened. Still to this day, I can't figure that out. I don't know how they got to the finals twice. But I will say this. Jimmy Butler, when he's healthy, he's probably one of the best 3/4 in the game when it comes down to like his all-around play, his efficiency, his rebounding, his defense. But that's the thing. He's not healthy all the time. He's probably going to play 60 games this season. And by the time the playoffs come, he might be hurt because they play a different style than Jimmy Butler.
Do you want him to play more? Do you really want him to play more than 60-something games? You keep bringing up this age. So you should want him to maybe be out a good 20, maybe 15 games, get himself right for the playoff run.
I personally would think he should play at like 70, close to 75 games, just to be in playoff shape and help these guys get to a high seed in the West. Because it's going to be the Hunger Games by the time they get to the playoffs. Because a lot of people, they don't really expect Golden State Warriors to survive with all these injuries. And plus, you got Dallas coming up. You got OKC, that's a top contender.
I was about to ask you this. Go ahead. Name me your top 6 in the West. Give me your top 6.
All right, give me my top 6.
Including Golden State better be in there. But
no, they're not. They're not. That's my point. They're not in the top 6.
I don't even want to hear it no more.
No, hold on. Let me finish.
Well, give it to me. Give it to me.
All right, here we go. No particular order either. We got OKC. Mm-hmm. You got Dallas, right?
Yeah.
You got Houston.
Yep.
Okay.
Van Vliet out for the year.
It don't matter. You think they're not going to pick up a point guard? You think they're not going to pick up a point guard? Okay. Then
if you can say that about them, why can't you say the same thing about Golden State?
Because they're old. They're literally old. The whole starting 5 is like 40. Okay, you got the Lakers, right? You gotta throw in.
Oh, so you gonna throw LeBron 42-year-old ass in there?
He got Luka.
He 40 something.
Luka, Luka's is the leader on the team now.
But you making my point, bro. The West is wide open.
It's not that wide open.
Yes, it is, bro. The West is wide open. Anybody can take this shit. And if outside of, because OKC finally proved it this year that they were the young bucks that were gonna come and do what they needed to do, I'm gonna ride with them and say that it has to go through them. It is their conference now because they're the champions. But outside of them, it's not one team I trust more than Golden State.
Okay, so you don't trust the Rockets more than Golden State?
No, because they're young. They're young. And KD just got swept 3 years in a row.
I can't, Mike. I can't. Go ahead.
So
3 years in a row. Yeah, you're right. With the sweep though, I can't trust no KD team. But they are a threat, though.
They are a threat.
But I don't trust them.
To me, you both make value points. They did need someone for Kevon Looney in a sense since they lost him. And he might be able to do a little more for him. But, the West, I'm looking at the standings now. The Warriors won 48 games last year. Along with Memphis, who also won 48 games. And then you got Minnesota, the Clippers, Denver, Lakers, Houston, and OKC.
Yeah, Memphis. Like you said, the Timberwolves up there.
Now, if
So
I'm
y'all
looking
telling me y'all believe in the Timberwolves after that horrific playoff performance that they put on in the second round?
But didn't they make it? Didn't they make it to the second round? They could have got to the Western Conference Finals. They've been there before.
They have.
But they just, I don't know. I don't think.
When you're looking at this from top to bottom and you look at where the Warriors can fit, right? So, you had Dallas and Sacramento as playing teams. I expect Dallas to be a playoff team.
Right.
Yeah, they should be a playoff team this year.
Yeah, they'd be a playoff team.
So I could see Memphis being a playoff team. Because they were close last year. So, but Golden State could very well do it as well. There are some teams I would still take ahead of them. I'm just looking at last year. Obviously, OKC goes without saying. Now, I get why you put Houston there, but without Fred VanVleet there, man, because he was definitely the anchor to that team. And we do know what Kevin Durant does on teams.
Right, but what I'm saying is you could get somebody like, let's say you bring in CJ McCollum, right? He's not Fred VanVleet, but he's like diet Fred VanVleet. He could get you 15 and 10. You know what I'm saying?
That's Fred VanVleet. Them niggas is pretty much, they equal each other out. I wouldn't say either one is that much better than the other. They equal each other out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You just need a point guard that could just, get the ball around. Just make sure that he facilitates, play pretty decent perimeter defense, and make smart decisions. That's all you need. You just need a vet. You know who I would love to see take Fred VanVleet's spot, but he's not ever coming back because I think he's blackballed?
Who's that?
Isaiah Thomas. I don't think that man's ever coming back.
Oh, man. Jeez. I didn't even know he still played.
You lost me with that one.
No,
I broke your basketball card.
What?
I love me some IT too, but man, what? Where did you pull that one out your ass from?
Well, because he's
4 or 5 years.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. He's probably blackballed, but I actually think he's a good point guard.
That's like me sitting up here talking about, man, if Golden State, all they got to do is get them a 4, you know who they should pick up? Melo. Don't Melo in there. Don't Melo in there. That nigga ain't played in 4 or 5 years. It was done when he was still playing. I love me some IT too, but IT too was done, bro. He was done. I had hopes for him, but he was done.
Yeah.
I had high hopes for him every time he made a little comeback or was able to sign a 10-day contract. I had hopes that he would be able to bring some of that old magic back. But the Boston did him dirty, and he was done.
Yeah, he's done.
And he played through that injury, and so that was it.
Yeah.
We brought up Fred VanVleet, but we didn't talk about it very much. We didn't talk about it. R&B, how do you think Fred VanVleet tearing his ACL affects the Rockets for this season?
I think it's big because that's the starting point guard. Now, don't get me wrong, the young Thompson kid can definitely get in there, and he's still gonna do some stuff at that position for him as well. So I don't think that they're gonna just be trash or some shit all of a sudden. I just don't. When I think of the strength of the Rockets, it's he's a part of that. And to say that 3-point shooting won't be there, that 20 plus, point per game averager and assist man is not going to be there at that point guard spot. That's going to be, something crucial that you're going to have to replace. And so it takes away from, what I'm saying, the strength of that squad. That's not something that you just easily just plug and play. But
Right.
we'll see. We'll see.
What about you, Raj? What do you think? How do you think this affects them?
It's a huge impact. I mean, he's pretty much the heart and soul of the team. He's the leader. That's their captain. I think he's going to be missed a lot, but it's also kind of hard to plug and play another point guard in that position, especially when you don't really have a playmaking point guard like that on your team. I mean, I believe, Thompson is nice, but that's not his role. He's more of a defender, more of a rebounder, more of a slasher kind of point guard. He's not really a facilitator. And to be quite honest, I think Kevin Durant's cursed. I think because every time he gets on the team, man, this happens. Never fails. It happened in Brooklyn. It happened in with the Suns, happened in Phoenix, and here we are in Houston, and it's happened again. So I think there's something up with that.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't foresee them getting second place in the Western Conference again. Maybe they'll dip down to 4 or 5. I do believe that they'll have enough still to do that. They'll still obviously be a playoff team, but second place, there's a good chance that won't happen. But not having him, because I was like, when he first went there, I was like, I don't know about that. And then he showed out. He showed out and was like, nah, I'm that dude. This is my team. Right. I don't care what no one has to say. So, it was definitely a good thing that in a sense they got Kevin Durant, because at least they'll be able to offset it to some degree, or have someone who can score the basketball, or what have you. But we know how this ends. And I think I read somewhere Kevin Durant signing a 2-year, $122 million deal with them. So
extension.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes for it. So, all right. So now I'm looking here, and I want to take a shift over here to. Let's talk about last night's game.
I hate ties. I hate them. I despise them. They're terrible for the sport. It ruined an instant classic. Fuck ties.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, and what makes it bad was it's just like, damn, like both teams were playing pretty well, like in totality. Like it was an entertaining game, it was very entertaining, and then it's just like a damn tie. R&B, what? I don't even know the question to ask, honestly, because I don't even know.
Thoughts on the game.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Let's just go with that, because there's really no thing I can ask to get around a tie. Like, what were your thoughts on the game?
Couple things. I hate to say it. Jerry was right.
Are you serious?
To say it. I was right. I'm calling it right now. The Cowboys won this trade, as I said before. Cowboys won this trade. I'm so fucking disappointed in the Green Bay Packers today, man. Y'all had everything going for y'all house money. You got an offense that's loaded with talent right now. The defense loaded with talent right now. Coming out the way we came out, okay, against Cleveland, I think everybody kind of looked at it. Okay, we had to go to Cleveland. Cleveland got a pretty solid defense. They got a pretty solid running game. They can be competitive in games. So to see us lose to Cleveland, it was kind of like, damn, but at the same time, it wasn't like a major shocker, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But last night, you were playing with house money. You coming in on the return of Micah, first of all, the revenge game. You in Jerry World. It's a sold out game. It's a heavy televised game. It's Sunday night football, and y'all going here and allow the goddamn Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott to put up 40 fucking points and a tie. You ought to be ashamed of your fucking self. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Green Bay and Green Bay defense. They allow Dak Prescott to put up 40 fucking points and tie last night. Had this dude out here looking like the second coming of Joe Namath or some shit. I mean, slanging this bit. And this the bad part about it. He didn't even have CD Lamb. He didn't even have CD Lamb, gentlemen. George Pickens was out here looking like Antonio Brown.
Oh,
That running back was getting off. I was very disappointed in Green Bay last night in that defense last night. I give all the love. I feel like Jordan Love did what he needed to do yesterday. If you tell Jordan Love, hey man, y'all gonna go in Jerry World this Sunday and throw up a 40 ball, I'm guaranteeing he's thinking that's gonna be a win. You thinking if any of us if I told you, Mike, I got a guarantee that Green Bay gonna go in there Sunday and put up 40, and your head you gonna say, oh, they gonna wreak havoc. They gonna throw that bitch all over the field, and Micah probably gonna sack that 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
right.
I don't think he sacked them once. He pressured him. He pressured him last night. If some time, I think maybe about seven good pressures he got on Dak last night, but he didn't sack him once. So I gotta say it.
I got him once.
Jerry was weird.
It was an overtime. He got him once.
He got him once. Okay, well yeah.
Yeah, it was like a 1. It was like a 1 yard sack, but it was what caused the field goal in overtime.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. You're right.
And it counted as a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a technical sack, but they were, like nothing game changing, but like it was a big play in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it just kind of I was disappointed in Green Bay, man. 40 points and then you to allow 40 in the tie was nasty. That's nasty work, dog. That's disgusting.
What about you, Brandon? What did you think about the game?
Well, as I was texting you guys all week, special teams is important. The only reason this game goes to overtime is because of the blocked extra point.
Yep.
Green Bay would have won this game if you just the final score would have been 38-35. But no, it was 37-37 going into that changed everything. And I don't know. I've been pretty critical of Dak these past 2 years, mainly because he's been injured, but he has come out and shown that big Dak energy and been playing his ass off these past couple of weeks. So I'm not, right now he's playing like top 7, top 6 in the league. So I'm willing
I think
to.
he playing like MVP.
Yeah.
No,
think Dak
I'm right
Prescott
there with you. He's playing his ass off right now. I got to give him his flowers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, special teams, Dak's playing well. Micah was not nearly as a force as we thought he was going to be, but he can, there's still
because they
plenty of
ran
time
the
for him
ball
to
at him.
Mm-hmm.
plenty of time to kick it into gear. But, yeah, that's special teams, man. Special teams is huge around the league this year. That is my big takeaway.
Yep.
What about you, Raj?
It was a good game. I mean, it's
Very
unfortunate.
entertaining.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you're not a fan of either team and you just like football, it was a very entertaining game. Now, I will say I was shocked. I would say it was a shock that ended in a tie, but I'm glad it ended in a tie because both of the quarterbacks played great. However, on the defensive end, there was a lot of mishaps. But that happens in games. You can't play a perfect game all the time. So I was a little bit disappointed in what happened at the end of that drive with Green Bay when they waited to throw the ball, and thank God that Jordan Love threw that ball to somebody's back in the end zone. Because if that ball would have slipped out of his hand, or if he would have held it a little bit longer, and to see him lose like that instead of kicking a field goal and tying this thing, I would have been so upset because he played great up until that point. And I'm like, what the heck? Call timeout, something. But it was a good game. I mean, I get what you're saying, R&B, but we got to give it a little bit more time. See what happens with Micah Parsons. I got to see, what he's going to do in the next couple games because I think Dallas definitely stepped their game up yesterday. They stepped their game up with the defense like never before. I haven't seen them play like that since last year. So I don't know. It's something that we gotta wait and see what happens. But hopefully,
Hold on, step their game up about what? Giving up 40?
No, I'm saying like they played better yesterday than they did in the past 3 weeks. Even though it was a 40-point game, they played a better defensive game. They played tight. They played the better.
No. So what you saying, though? You might have blacked my eye, but you ain't knocked me out this time.
You just made a scenario where giving up 40 points is okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, but okay, they gave up 40, but guess what? They didn't lose.
They didn't win either.
They didn't win either. Exactly. So that's my point.
Bills fan will agree with the week one result.
You know what Ron sound like right now, Mike? A Dallas Cowboy fan today.
Nah, chill. Chill.
Cowboy fan today. Like, man,
pretty much.
We ain't win either.
A tie is like a participation award in school.
Yeah, it is.
Like that's literally what a tie is. Like you ain't win, you ain't lose, you was there. Like that's
you
what
participated.
Your opponent on the mound.
Yeah.
I'll say this. It was very entertaining. I will say that, I was disappointed in both sides. In the event that, anytime you get a tie, it's disappointing as a fan. Because usually a tie, you go in overtime, it's exciting, you're seeing something. It just was like, damn, y'all can't score the ball. But it was very entertaining.
Can we go around saying this was like? Can we go around saying this was the greatest tie of all time? Like saying that sounds.
Nah, that's horrible.
I just think that they.
Yeah, literally, like ew, gross. I hate it.
I'm just disappointed in both teams, not being able to get the job done. More so, Green Bay. More Green Bay because I just came into the season seeing a little more from them. Still early, in another 4 weeks, if they're, they got 6 wins, or not so much 6 wins. If you lose another 2 games, what's the record now? 2-1-1?
Green Bay?
Yeah.
Yep, 2-1-1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
1-1.
another 4 weeks, you only got 4 wins or 3 wins, then to come to concern. But if I'm Dallas, and I know Dallas fans hate this, but this is a moral victory for them again because they didn't lose. They did not lose the game. Like Dak played pretty well. You ran the ball. But your defense is still going to hurt you. 40 points isn't good. You just were able to prevent them from getting 41. So we'll see what happens with Dallas moving forward and Green Bay. So I want to talk about Indiana Jones was slowed down yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford came out there and started flinging the damn ball. One of my fantasy leagues, I had him on the bench. He had 47 points.
Mm.
I mean, I still won, luckily, but but he had 47 fantasy points. And I'll say, that the Colts, they didn't look like they looked the first 3 weeks. Daniel Jones looked like he had been factory reset. He definitely wasn't Indiana Jones.
In his ass.
He definitely wasn't Indiana Jones yesterday. The Rams are now 3-1 and looking real strong going into, after the first month of the season. Raj, what were your takeaways from this game? Is it that the Rams are the team for that division, or the Colts aren't who we thought they are?
I think it's the Rams are that team in that division. I mean, if you look at the numbers, Puka Nacua put up incredible numbers. He had 170 yards with 13 catches and a touchdown. Toto Atwell, whatever his name is, I thought it was Devontae Adams that was running down the field, caught one catch and just did 88 yards. Yeah, I believe that's his name. Was it Tutu? Tutu.
I think it's Tutu Atwell.
Wizard of Oz and shit.
No. Well, Tutu Atwell, he grabbed one catch and had 88-yard run, straight to the end zone, which was crazy because, like I said, I thought it was Devontae Adams running that quick. And they pretty much showed that they can beat any team. And Matt Stafford, man, he's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the game right now. That dude, man, he could get that ball out and get it down the field quick. So he showed that, he's showing that, hey, Daniel Jones, you played good all these past couple of weeks, but I'm still the man. So I think the Indianapolis Colts are still good. I just don't think that they can beat teams like the Los Angeles Rams. That's all.
And I just want to read this as I come across it. All-time leaders in game-winning drives. Number 1 is Tom Brady with 58. Number 2 is Peyton Manning with 54. Number 3 and 4 are tied at 53. But technically, they got Drew Brees at 53 at 3, Roethlisberger at 53 at 4. Matthew Stafford is number 5 with 50 now. 50 game-winning drives. Well, R&B, do you think that the Rams have the potential to get to the Super Bowl?
How dare you ask me that question when we got receipts? Did I say this? This is the episode of God, ladies and gentlemen. It was said, it was written. I've already said this. I've said this earlier. The Rams are a dark horse in the NFC and can to the Super Bowl and win it this year. It's not a surprise for me. It's not a surprise for me, Mike. I've already said this.
Long. I'll say this: that wide receiver tandem they have is something. You cannot doubt. You can't doubt.
Big reason of why I said that.
You can't doubt what Nakua does. I think he's the leader in. I think they said he's the leader in yards going into this week or receptions. He's leading something. I want to say it's yards though.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to say that when you got Stafford showing he's still very serviceable. Very serviceable.
Mm-hmm.
3-1 is nothing to play with. And they're looking dangerous. They look like they're ready to do some damage. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I guess Brandon just left us in the bathroom. I'll be back.
I hope he muted.
Oh my God. Tyreek Hill's leg.
Tyreek Hill.
That didn't look good.
Oh my God.
Damn, he was supposed to end up in Pittsburgh. This is not good for us, Mike. This is not good.
Dang.
Oh my God.
Dang. That's rough. That's rough. So I want to know, R&B, what are your thoughts on Jacksonville so far with them going? Now they're 3-1.
Jacksonville actually is looking like they're looking well coached this year. They look solid on both sides of the ball. Travis Hunter has had some highlight plays here early in the season. Not like a hella impact just yet, but highlight plays showing that he was worthy of being that top pick that he was. So right now, I answer it on a scale basis of how good do I think the Jags look out of a 1 to 10. Right now, I say they look like a strong 5.
Whoa, that's it.
Yeah. They ain't lighting the world on fire, Raj. We ain't talking like Trevor Lawrence out here throwing that bitch around like that going right now. Like, come on now. I'm not about to.
But they beat the Niners.
So what? Brock Purdy also was in position to beat them and fumbled that bitch on the game-winning drive and threw 2 picks.
That's true.
So he had a lot to do with that shit too.
That's true.
Just my opinion.
I would have I'll give them about a 7. I mean, they're surprisingly decent.
You think they a playoff contender then? Because to me, going within that 7 range.
No. I think they make the playoffs. I don't think they're a contender. I think they make the playoffs. I think they win it.
Strong 5. A young team, first time back in the playoffs. Maybe because it's still early this year though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, strong 5.
What about a 6?
They finally trending in the right direction. I'll say that. I think we both can agree that they trending in the right direction.
Yeah, they definitely trending in the right direction, and I like what they're doing with what's my man's name, the running back, Etienne. Etienne's getting a lot of burn. He did it last year too, but I like the fact that they're incorporating it more now to get these wins.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's definitely done.
Oh man, the
way that.
And I'm critical of Tyreek Hill. I'm critical of Tyreek Hill, man. He's like Antonio Brown, but more of a calm version.
This nigga
But
said yes and waving away to the face. Y'all see this?
yeah, that's kind of weird. But I get it though. He's at least not crying, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate, man. I hate to see that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hate to see that because it happens so quick. I'm like, wait, is he intentionally?
You seen the way that bone popped?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. But I'm glad he's in good spirits, man. Hopefully he can, recover quick. Damn. Boy, I tell you, man, this game is something else.
Absolutely. I would say this about Jacksonville. We were when they made the playoffs a couple years ago, 2 years ago, and we expected growth in them, right? But
Right.
they just haven't grown. Last season was atrocious for them. And as I look at this season, and as I look at what they're doing currently, they're playing good football compared to what we saw last season thus far. I think they still, obviously we know it's still early. There's still plenty of football, plenty of weeks to be played. But as the season progresses, they need to make sure that they're playing good football. And that starts this week when they go up against Kansas City. Monday Night Football next Monday. That's a game they need to win. That's going to tell you where they are. Because if you can win that game, you can beat Kansas City.
Or just be challenging.
Right. The good thing for them is that it's a home game. But if you can take out Kansas City, Darren Waller's
2 touchdowns? Damn, I might have to pick him up.
If you can defeat Kansas City, or even like you said, R&B, compete with them, they definitely are in a good position. Hey, like the shirt, Brandon. They're definitely in a good position. I think he came back during the off.
Yeah, he came off the off season. Came back. He's get out of retirement. What the hell?
You seen that the whole
TV? Yeah,
we was in the production room for a minute.
Facts.
So I think that if they can be competitive and try and win against Kansas City, that's a big thing for them. Excuse me. I think they got something to hang their hat on, regardless if they can compete. Now, if Kansas City does to them what they did to Baltimore yesterday, yeah, that might kill their confidence.
Yeah,
true.
Brandon, what are your thoughts on Jacksonville so far?
I mean, you guys basically said everything that needed to be said, but I would absolutely argue I'm not even interested. Like, if you don't win, I don't care. Like, even if they're competitive, like, no, you got to get it done. Like, this is Trevor Lawrence's, like, get this shit done, man. Like, you're not going to be in the same conversation as these other top quarterbacks, and you were the number one overall, unlike a lot of them. Joe Burrow being basically the only one that was also Joe Burrow and Kyler Murray basically being the only ones that are still around doing what they're doing as the number one overall. So, like, I expect them to be competitive. Like, if we're going to sit here and, like, praise Jacksonville, no, you've got to beat KC. Like, it's,
But that's making it more of a Trevor Lawrence thing.
Clowned them. So
I think that's making it more of a Trevor Lawrence thing than an actual Jaguars thing, because we got to remember, and it's hard to disagree with you there, but I'm a slightly disagree because this is a reset. They just picked Travis Hunter with the third overall pick, right?
Yeah, they did terrible.
You're not picking in the top 3 to say, hey, we got to go out here and get this shit done this year. You know what I'm saying? You're picking there because you were absolutely garbage. So you just happen to have a hopeful franchise quarterback on your roster at the time. Just like when Tennessee looks like they'll probably be picking in the top 3 again, if not number 1 again next year. And they're going to have a young, hopeful franchise quarterback on the team, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna look and say, oh, Cam gotta go get it done this year. No, that team fucking sucked. They all gotta go get it done together. But so I'm saying with Jacksonville, like it's hard to put that on Trevor Lawrence all the way in that way because of the fact that the team was just so trash the last two years pretty much, and they just picked third in the draft, so they got to reset. This is really a reset year for them. But if they're gonna go out and be competitive, if they can walk away Sunday and say we played Kansas City better than Baltimore did and competed with them, that's confidence.
I don't disagree with you necessarily because, like, you are right. They picked early. I would just say, weren't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't they pretty injured last year? Like, I know for a fact Travis Etienne was injured last year, and he's a big thing this year.
Yeah, Travis Etienne was injured last year.
So it could be one of those things. Like, they were bad last year because they were hurt. Kind of like San Francisco is, every year.
Exactly.
So, and also the difference between Tennessee and Jacksonville is this is Cam Ward's first year, whereas this is, we've been waiting a while for Trevor Lawrence to really light it up. So, like, this is the opportunity. If he goes out there and plays a 13 seconds game like Bills KC, where Josh Allen played his ass off and still lost, if he plays like that, then yes, I totally agree. They can walk away from this game like completely head on high. They're gonna be somewhere. I'm sorry, my cat is on crack right now. She really threw me off. Yeah. So Tennessee, Jacksonville, I really feel like if they get it all, if they have a great performance and still lose, that's okay. But it's got to be more than just like, oh, they were close and then they pulled away. Like, no, you got to have Patrick Mahomes do some Mahomes magic for me to be like, that was a good enough, like, moral victory. Like, we feel good.
They on their way.
Like, it's got to be that good of a loss, in my opinion.
Yeah. For
Trevor Lawrence, at least.
Yeah. I think it's definitely got to be like a borderline must win. It's got to be a must win. Because for like the momentum sake that they have right now, if they can beat them, that would definitely put like a notch in their cap with everything, because that will build up the confidence for them to go out here and win those big games. Because they even though we know that was a fumble from Brock Purdy that won them the game, but just look at the wins though. They won against the 49ers, and then they win against Kansas City. That would be a bonus for them. That'd be like, okay, let's push, let's become contenders for these these playoffs, because they could definitely win a division. That's why I said I'll give them a 7, because I do feel like they're a strong contender for the division, like to win it all. Because before, remember, we wrote them off. We wrote them off before the season started.
So how you go from being wrote off all the way to a playoff contender? I'm not getting that ranking. I mean, understand how you can go from being wrote off to being a, like, okay, maybe this team got something, but a 7, a strong 7?
I think a 7 because
the Commanders.
They prove that they can win big games. If they can beat Kansas City, I'm giving them a 7.
I mean, they're firmly the favorites to win the AFC South if they win on Sunday or Monday. It's Monday night, right?
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, they'll be firmly the favorites.
Especially
since the Texans are fighting for they're in the don't be 1-4 bowl with the Ravens now.
Yeah, exactly.
Catching up.
That's crazy.
So,
Justin Fields with the 43-yard rush touchdown.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be the Jets' offense right there. That's all we got.
And running the ball.
Okay, I just saw the Justin Fields touchdown.
This is crazy. I don't trust that.
Justin Tebow.
Justin
Tebow out here, boy.
Oh man, that give me PTSD.
Okay,
we had Tebow on the Jets.
Wolf.
So did y'all see Cam Ward's post-game interview yesterday?
Yes, I sent it to you. I thought it was AI.
That's fucking funny.
Yo,
He said, I'm keeping it up real with y'all or keep it 100. Yeah, we was ass.
I love it.
we're ass right now. We can't fucking do shit.
Me too. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear what you really feel.
I'm here for it. Like,
Me too. I know they're gonna probably hit him with a fine though.
I don't want to hear this PR like, oh, we're figuring things. Like, no, we're bad. Cut it out.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, we're professionals here. We're adults. Like, if you're playing bad, you're playing bad. Like, stop.
Exactly.
And the biggest thing is, you know, what I'm looking at, and we know number one overall picks typically get the worst team or a bad situation. And when I'm looking at them, they just are in a rough spot. Their offensive line's atrocious. Their defense can't stop a nosebleed. The receivers aren't helping him. Like, there's plenty of times he's running for his life. Receivers aren't coming back to help him. He's in the bottom of every statistic at his position in the league. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's not a knock on him. I believe he has the potential to play and be a starting quarterback, but he needs help. Like it's bad. And, you know, I'm like you guys said, I'm just glad that he just said we're ass. Like, he's like, we're ass.
Straight up.
Not good.
No need to lie. Be straight with us. We know. We see what we see. You don't have to, like. I'd rather them be honest, man.
Yep.
Like it would be a collective, which is fine. If you are, you are.
It's different if you lose 4 close games. Like, if they were to lose 4 games that were, you know, by one score, 7, 6, 3, 10, then you're like, we're figuring it out. Like, we got what it takes. We're competitive, but we're not winning. We're just on the wrong side of the win column. That's different because they are getting their ass kicked. They are like, it's bad. Like, it's so bad Stevie Wonder could see it.
But they didn't score last game, did they?
Let's hold on. I'll pull up the game. I'm not sure if they scored yesterday.
I think it was like 30-0, something crazy like that.
What the hell's their game? Titans. 26-0. Yeah, they didn't score.
Yeah, like, come on. I mean, what else do you expect them to say? You can't even put up a field goal. I mean, this is the thing, right? And I get what y'all was saying about Trevor Lawrence. Trust me, I get it. But when you go into a situation where the team is, like, really bad, I'm not talking about, like, oh, well, we just need, like, a wide receiver or, you know, we just need somebody that's a good running back to, you know, spread out the floor. I'm talking about a horrible team. When you get a team like that, it takes years. Sometimes it takes damn near half a decade because you have to get the bad stench out the locker room. How do I know? The Jets. Look, we stunk so bad for so long, we haven't even sniffed the playoffs in about 15 years. So it happens. And I'm not saying that, you know, these guys aren't generationally talented. They are. Trevor Lawrence. You know, number 1 pick, Kyler Murray. Who else? Who else is number 1 pick that went number 1? That was a quarterback recently. Burrow. Yeah, Joe Burrow. These guys are like generationally talented. You don't see a lot of these type of quarterbacks come into the game a lot. You know, you would get your Zach Wilsons every once in a while, like the number 2 or number 3 pick, but you're not getting a guy that can throw down the field and got so, you know, incredible arm talent like these guys. So it takes time, but I do feel what you're saying. It's got to be now. It's got to be now. They got to start winning now. So Cam Ward, it might take a few years, but it's going to suck for this year because, like, I don't even think they're going to get a win, to be quite honest.
I've said it before. I feel every rookie quarterback, your first year, no judgment, do what you got to do, try and learn your system. You didn't even get a full off season to really learn everything. So, like,
adjust to the NFL.
Yeah, you want to see some flashes, but if it's bad the first year, that's okay. You probably came into a bad situation. You need some help around you. Every first-year quarterback has a pass, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think too, it's more or less, they just, you don't know. Not everyone gets a good situation or a team to help. I mean, look at what the Bears attempted to do for Caleb last season. They attempted to put him in a good situation. It didn't pan out, but I still think he's in a better situation than most first overall picks. Burrow was in see, his situation ain't even bad. His offensive line is what's bad. Like that's what's killing him. Like in my opinion, you know who Joe Burrow reminds me a lot of, and I think you guys will appreciate this analogy. He's having the same issues that Andrew Luck was having.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck retired for the same reason. The injuries,
he has more
man.
sacks right now than Luck did at this point in his career.
Yeah.
Oops, say that again.
I believe I saw a stat saying that he has more sacks at this point in his career than Andrew Luck did.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think he does.
And he missed. He's pretty much missed 2 full seasons of the 5 he's played.
I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny. It's actually sad because he can't get no help.
No one. They don't care. Yeah,
and it's like every year he's injured. We know that, but it's the way he's injured. You know what I'm saying? Oh, again to a slide, man.
He slid.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but he got to learn when to slide. This is helmet to helmet. It's not his thing. And he's gonna smile about it. Why are you smiling? That's not funny.
He should have slid 2 yards earlier, because that was almost bad.
Since we're talking about this game, can I admit that these Miami uniforms look better on screen than I thought they would?
Yes, I agree. I didn't like when I saw the ads. I was like,
all of the I know for a fact that that's not actually black. That's definitely just a really dark blue.
Yes, like a dark teal. But I like it though.
It's really popping. It's pretty nice.
Why the hell would you hit him in the helmet, you idiot?
All right, back to regular conversation.
Yeah.
I just like uniform design.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely about that because it's like there's like always a story with the jerseys.
Yeah, I love that shit. I mean, I have a bachelor's degree in graphic design, so I really I really do fuck with that sort of shit.
Yep, I went to school for
exactly right there.
Communications.
Hey, that was where I went in NFL. The academy I went to.
Yep, me too.
Gebhardt and Dispro?
Huh? Yeah, Gebhardt. Yep.
Yeah, Gebhardt was the dude.
Yep.
So, what were your thoughts, Raj? Or actually, Brandon, we haven't had you start with one yet. What were your thoughts on how the Falcons looked yesterday against the Panthers? Or against the Commanders, I'm sorry.
I thought they got their ass beat by the Panthers. I mean, they can. It's really hard because you expect more from the Commanders. Went to the semifinals last year, so to speak.
Well, their quarterback is still out.
Oh, that's right, Mariota. I forgot to. I didn't even get to watch this film, to be honest. I watched most of the other ones. I didn't get to this one yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, Jaden Daniels didn't play.
Yeah, I forgot.
And they only lost by 7 points.
Yeah, so that at that point, I got to watch the film, but I'm definitely the Bills play the Patriots next week, and then we've got the Falcons. I'm not even a little bit afraid.
It might be a trap game, though.
We keep playing these trap games and keep winning.
That's true. They find ways of winning. That is true.
Games in a row, as far as I'm concerned.
It's still early it's still early, but it could be. You never know. Eventually they're due for a bad night.
We just had
I knew it.
concerned. We just
touchdown.
Right.
that second quarter against the Saints yesterday was. Ooh.
Well, I mean, but when I say bad night, I mean you have a bad night and then you lose. Like that's
I don't know.
that's
This Bills team might finally be different. Like we are. I don't know. We seem a little more disciplined this year. I feel like some of the mistakes that Sean McDermott was saying, we're going to learn from this. We're going to learn from this over and over and over again for the first 7 years of his being a coach. It feels like he's finally learning from some of this shit. It feels like
that's fine.
Josh
That's
Allen
fine.
is
'Cause
really like his interception yesterday was an arm punt. It's 3rd and 11, and he chucks it up for his guy to make a play, and it gets picked off. That's not a real interception. Like.
Well, I think they might have told his ass, if you don't get it right, you fired, homie.
Probably.
I was very much on the board of like, if he doesn't get his shit together, if he doesn't start learning from his mistakes. I mean, the only thing he really hasn't, he still sucks at is challenges. Like he's so bad at picking when to challenge.
When to challenge.
He's literally last in the league. It's since he entered the league. He's so bad. But yeah, no, the Falcons, like, how did Penix look? I mean, did he light up the world yesterday? I don't think so. Probably not. I didn't hear anybody raving about him.
Nah, nothing special.
Yeah, so I mean, they didn't blow out a Mariota-led Commanders. You know, they got the job done, but nothing that I've heard or seen really has got me too worried about them for 2 weeks.
Well, the only good thing for them was they looked like a complete team. Pitts scored a touchdown. London was involved. Robinson had play calls. So, like, if you go back and look at the tape and the totality of how the team played, they played well. Should they have won by more, being they were playing Mariota? Probably, but a win is a win.
That's it.
Considering I'm going to say the same thing about how the Bills won yesterday.
And you know what? The Saints were making it a game in the first half, and for everything, like they didn't lose by much, like 12. So they played pretty tight. They came out and competed, which is all you can ask for when you're going up against.
I don't know if you remember, Mike. I don't know if you remember last year when we were you had bet on the Bills when we played the Titans, and we were like shitting ourselves in the first half, and you were like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "We do this shit at least once a year, where we just let the other team hang around, and then we pull away in the fourth." I was just sitting there going, like, "This is that exact game again, the entire time." And then Cole Bishop had that insane interception, and that changed everything.
49ers Rams Thursday. That should be a decent game. Yeah, so I do believe that the Chiefs came on the screen. That's why I said Chiefs. I do believe the Bills do look more disciplined to this point. They have some tougher games later in their schedule. Because that's what you really want to wait for. They're at least winning the cushion games. You already got a win on the Ravens.
I fully expect to go into the Chiefs game undefeated. We've got the Patriots, Falcons, and then Panthers, and then there's a bye in there somewhere, but those are our next 3 games, and then we got the Chiefs. There's really, as long as we take care of business, and it was a game yesterday where the Bills are the top dominant team who's just trying to do enough to win the game. And the other team has nothing to lose, so they're doing whatever they can, running a Philly special at the goal line in the second quarter, trying to win the game. Like that's why that Bills are going to have to win these kind of games. So they're getting used to it. It's good that they're able to just take care of business, unlike the Chargers.
Yeah, because I'm looking at their schedule here. You got, like you said, the Patriots.
It is very soft.
And then the Panthers. Then you have the Chiefs. Then you have the Dolphins, the Bucks. That could be a good one. The Texans, the Steelers, the Bengals, the Patriots, the Browns, the Eagles, and the Jets. I mean,
that Steelers is a lot more interesting now. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's what. When is that? Week after Thanksgiving, November
Yes.
30th, the Sunday
Yeah.
after.
I would love to, but that's start of peak season. Definitely not.
So, yes. So yesterday they had their first game in Ireland.
That was sick.
Yes. Yes.
First game in Ireland. And I got up. I was up about 9, sat my butt down at 9:30,
Love it.
and got stressed the fuck out.
Fair.
I like the Steelers just can't win normal. Like y'all were up 24-6 with like 9 minutes left, and then there's 3 minutes left in the game, and it's 24-20. What are we doing? Why are you allowing this? DK Metcalf had a phenomenal first half and then died in the second half. Like, all right, I got what I needed for the day.
All right, I'll let y'all. He took the plane back to Pittsburgh after that.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? So I will say that the defense has played better. The Vikings have been completely horrid on third down all season, and that continued. But the defense did their job. A couple things that I didn't like. That one, when it was, I want to say when we were ending the second quarter, we were up and they should have kicked a field goal and they went for it, and we didn't get it. And then we allowed a blocked field goal as well.
Special teams is important.
So, when you do those things, when you allow those things to happen, like you were up at that point, we're up by 7. Could have went up by 10. I would have changed the game in a sense, because now when the fourth quarter came, the Vikings would have had to go down the field and versus just get a field goal. But the defense held strong and was able to hold it down.
Mm-hmm.
Raj, what were your thoughts on the game yesterday morning?
Man, I'll definitely say that what we talked about in the beginning of the season with Aaron Rodgers with the with the Steelers, I told you, I said he's going to find his way to win games, and he's going to play, and you're going to be proud of him. I know you're not a fan of Aaron Rodgers, but damn it, can we at least give him some type of credit? He kept it clean. He didn't do anything crazy, and he ended up winning the game for you guys. So it's like, look, I would say this: if DK Metcalf wasn't who he is, that team would be in trouble, be in huge trouble, right? But yesterday, the running back Warren stepped up, DK Metcalf stepped up, and Aaron Rodgers even showed that he still got a little bit of juke moves in him, even though he tossed the ball back or lost the ball, whatever the heck happened. He still showed that he can move them puppies. So I'm definitely proud of this team, even though I'm not a fan of the Steelers. I'm definitely proud to see. You know what I'm saying? That Aaron Rodgers did his thing with the team. So
that Snickers commercial ruled.
Oh yeah. He calls him Josh. That's crazy. But yeah, so it was a good game, entertaining game. But I will say Carson Wentz, man, he got factory resetted too. I couldn't believe it.
But I don't think Carson Wentz played bad.
He got sacked like 5 times, 6 times.
But yeah, be that as it may, is all right. He played better than the last time we seen him.
Right.
Let's like people, and not you, like in this instant right here, but people are so fast to dismiss him, right? Because like whether people want to admit it or not, the man is a Super Bowl champion. I don't care what anyone says. He may have got hurt, but it counts. Before that injury, he was killing it. And Nick Foles just took over. Because we know good and damn well Nick Foles wouldn't have been able to do that for a whole season and win a Super Bowl. He may have got it. Damn, Jets.
Got him. Got him.
Damn.
When will they learn?
At this point, I don't think they will.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just my thing. But I think he had 2 touchdowns. He did have a couple interceptions. But, you know, and he did get sacked. But you got to the defense did their job. You know, the last 2 games, they looked a lot better than the first 2. You know, and
which is very true. And I'll say he definitely threw some bombs at Addison and also Jetta at Justin Jefferson. So I get it, but it's just his decision making and his running around in the pocket and him getting sacked. It was really difficult, man. It was really difficult to see because I feel like if he would have played a little bit more sharper, he could have won the game. They could have won the game.
That's true. That's true. I'll say that.
But I'll give him credit though. He's better than what I thought he would be at this point in his career.
Yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to. You know, when you look at Carson Wentz, you know, and you look at what he was able to do versus what he does now, it's kind of like 2 different players.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
but still serviceable. He's still a serviceable quarterback. He's better.
You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because apparently Carson Wentz growing up was a Vikings fan. In my opinion, if you play for the team that you grew up rooting for, that makes you 5% more talented than
I definitely get. Yeah. Yep, I agree with that. I agree. You know what?
What's going on?
It's funny you say that because it's like whenever you watch those type of players that go to those teams or their hometown team that they grew up watching, or even when they play a team that they was fans of, you know what I'm saying? Like they go off, like they step up their game a little bit more.
Like Aiden Hutchinson is a monster. He grew up a Lions fan. Like
that, and he's perfect for that.
Yeah, like whew.
Yeah, that's cool.
He told the Jaguars, "Don't pick me, please. Don't."
Yeah, exactly.
Don't pick me. I don't want to. I only want to go to Detroit.
Exactly. I could definitely see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
What's going on is that he's just, he's playing for the team he likes, and that makes him like give all the fucks. So
that's actually a good story. Yeah. So that's good for him, man. I'm glad to see that.
Me too. And then the other thing I would say about yesterday's game is I love international games. I just don't like when my team plays them.
Well, I don't know.
What's the record? Do you know the record?
For us, we're 0-3, definitely.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we've lost the Jaguars 3 times.
Damn.
In London. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are playing the Jags. Oh, well, the Jags live over there. They live in London.
Yeah, the last time we played them, they were there an entire week before we were there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We were the team that they tried that out with. Like,
right.
Well, that's what's happening with the Vikings. They're there. Yeah, they're out there.
They're going to smoke the Browns.
Yeah, they're going to win that game. I got them winning that game.
That feels like the safest of bets, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Browns better be over there already, like if they don't want to be jet lagged.
And that's the thing. It's like when you play those international games and you're a West Coast team, it's horrible because they do give you a week, but still, it's like you're still adjusting because it's 6 hours different, 5 hours different
from the East Coast.
From the East Coast, yeah. So you got to add on another 3. So that's like damn near 10 hours.
Yeah, they're watching games at 6 a.m.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. Sidebar, fellas. That game against the Giants, the Chargers and Giants game, I did the math. That was like at 10 o'clock Eastern time, West Coast time.
Oh damn!
So that had a lot to do with how not Carson Wentz, Justin Herbert was playing. He was playing like he was like completely behind the whole entire game. He wasn't playing like himself.
Oh,
Makes a difference.
damn.
Huge difference, man.
Whack.
Well, as we come up on the mark, I'm going to.
Did he catch it? Oh, they threw a flag. Oh, man. You know what? We just can't get no luck, bro.
Let's see. Let's see what the call is, though. Oh, it looks like it's against the Jets. Offensive PI. Damn. Oh, man. All right. Let's go through our picks for next week, gentlemen.
All right.
49ers at Rams.
I got the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams, too.
Yeah.
As am I.
Minnesota at Cleveland, even though we know it's not at Cleveland.
Oh, Minnesota, because they're over in London.
Yeah, I'm taking Minnesota.
Yeah.
I agree. Will the Giants go 2-3, or will the New Orleans get their first win at home?
Oh, man. I got to go with the Giants.
Yeah, I'm taking Giants.
I'm going with the
New
Giants.
Orleans is horrible.
Oh, Lord. Talk about a fail fest, and we know the Jets are still playing, but Dallas or the Jets?
Damn it, I'm going with the Jets. I'm tired of losing.
You will tie and you will like it.
Oh, we're going to get a tie. Watch.
Dallas would be the first team to surprise.
Yeah, right?
They would. I'm going to go with the Jets. Either way. Either way.
With two ties in a row.
Whether the Jets win tonight or they lose tonight, the Jets are winning next week.
Yeah, they have to win next week, man.
Baltimore, Houston at Baltimore. Who's going 1-4?
Whew. It depends. It depends if Lamar Jackson's back. Yeah. But I'll go on the limb. I'll say Lamar, if Lamar plays, they're going to win. They're going to find a way to win. They have to find a way to win. They don't win this game. Baltimore, you might as well pack it up.
Yeah, I'm going with Baltimore.
I trust
Lamar doesn't play. We're going to say, Brandon?
I mean, even if he doesn't play, they got to find a way to win with Cooper Rush. Like, you can't lose this game to Texans.
Word. Oh, man.
Got to find a way to win.
Miami at Carolina.
Just throw the whole game away, man. No, I got Miami.
I got Miami.
I got Miami too. Vegas at Indy.
I'm going with Indy. They bounce back game, and the Raiders, man, they got problems. They got to fix the Pete Carroll problem.
But shout out to Jensen finally doing what he was brought there to do this week. 3 total touchdowns.
Yes, he did excellent. He did excellent. Now they just need to figure out the defense.
Absolutely.
I'm just rooting. I'm rooting for the Colts. I'm taking the Colts, and I'm rooting for the Colts because I'm hoping the Raiders will be sellers at the trade deadline, and we can go get Max Crosby.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Denver at Philly.
I want to see Philly lose, man. I'm going for Denver. I can't stand Philly. They you know what? Free AJ Brown.
Oh yeah. Oh, we forgot to talk about that.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said?
No, what did he say?
He pretty much sent out a cryptic tweet about how people don't like him. They don't listen to him. Yeah, he has no respect in the locker room. I'll say this. The way that the Eagles play, it ain't good for him. It ain't good for any wide receiver.
No.
And I was critical of Jalen Hurts not throwing the football last year. And I said, if they're going to win the Super Bowl, they have to throw the football.
Yep.
What did they do when we got to the Super Bowl? They threw the fucking football.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Jalen Hurts, you need to throw the ball, bro. Stop playing like booty hole because A.J. Brown's on my fantasy team. Throw him the ball.
Well, you better trade him like I did. Because he's looking horrible. He had one good game. Everybody's like, yeah, we won the trade. I was like, no, you didn't. Trust me. He's not getting the ball for the rest of the season.
He had one good game, but it ain't like it's his fault. Like, he don't even have an opportunity to mess it up.
Hey, sometimes it be the quarterbacks, man. They be your worst ops.
It's the play calling that's doing it.
Yeah, whatever it is, he's not getting the ball.
Yeah. They better figure it out. They know who his cousin is. Don't let him go talk to AB. AB, what you gotta do? Cause this is what you gotta do to get what you want. Now remember, we them Brown boys. If your last name is Brown, you trouble. Hollywood Brown, Antonio Brown, Chris Brown, Bobby Brown.
Chris Brown.
If your last name's Brown, just pack them up.
Freaking Charlie Brown.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. James Brown. The list goes on and on.
Millie Bobby Brown.
All right. What else we got?
Tennessee at Arizona.
Yeah. Give me Arizona. Tennessee's not winning the game this season.
Tennessee's ass. So,
according to Cam, according to the quarterback, Cam Ward, he said it ass. So I agree.
Oh man, Tampa
interception? Wow.
No.
Yes.
Tampa Bay at Seattle.
Give me Tampa.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
You said Tampa Bay at Seattle?
At Seattle.
I got to roll with Seattle. I hate to do it because I love Shake and Bake, man. I love Baker Mayfield. But not this week. Not next week.
I'm going to go with Seattle. Washington at the Chargers, and Jaden Daniels returns this week.
I got the Chargers. I think it takes them another week to get adjusted.
I feel like the Chargers going to have a bounce back game.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels still might be having a bit of a sophomore slump even if he comes back.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chargers too. Detroit at Cincinnati.
Oh, we going Detroit, man. Barbecue chicken.
Oh, man. They're going to put up a 50 burger.
Oh, man. Patriots at Buffalo.
Of course, Buffalo, man.
I'm excited.
I can't stand the Patriots.
I'm excited to see these rivalry uniforms in action.
I'm going with the Bills going to 5-0 as well.
Damn, 5-0. That's crazy. I can't believe it.
Kansas City at Jacksonville.
Yeah, KC.
I'm going with the upset. Jacksonville pulls it off.
I hope so.
I'm gonna go with Kansas City. They're starting to figure it out. They're starting to get hot and remember who they are. I'm gonna go with Kansas City. Well, all right, boys. We're right about at that mark. Is there anything else you guys want to cover before we sign off of here?
We got to name one random player.
Name one. Oh,
the new segment.
Oh yes. You go first. I gotta think of my player.
All right. Let me get TJ Hushmanzada.
What team was he on?
The Bengals. He was like the number 2 to Chad Johnson, I want to say, for a couple of years.
I do remember him. Yes. Yep.
I forget what what Chris Berman used to say for his. It used to be ridiculous. Just his name is ridiculous.
you know who I used to like watching? Defensive player, Clay Matthews.
Okay.
Okay.
He was scary when he would run at you, bro. He was real scary. Like, he would just hurt people, not on purpose. Like, that's just how he played. But yeah, I enjoyed Clay Matthews during his time.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like some players were just born to wear a certain uniform. It felt like Clay Matthews was born to wear a Packers uniform.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And it's funny you said that, because you know what? There's a player I feel was born to wear this jersey that I'm going to mention, even though I think he was more famous off the field for me than on the field. That's Adam Pac-Man Jones. Remember those Cincinnati jerseys? This one right here?
Yeah.
Fire. Number 24. Love it. Man, he was probably one of my favorite defensive guys. And then when he went to, what was it, WCW or was it TNA? I forgot. One of those. Anyway, he was wrestling for a little bit, which was crazy. So Adam Pac-Man Jones.
I'm with it.
Just now seeing the Tyreek Hill injury.
Yeah, it was gruesome.
Absolutely. It was not pretty. Not pretty.
Oh.
Well, gentlemen, we're at that mark. Is there anything else you want to cover before we sign out for the evening?
No, that's it. Just everybody enjoy the rest of the games. Like I said, prayers up to Tyreek Hill. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully there's no truths. Yes. Malik Neighbors as well. It's been a very, very difficult football season with all these injuries, man. I got to be honest. I don't remember all these type of injuries with these stars, but prayers to everybody.
Absolutely. Well, guys, enjoy your week. Everyone be safe. And like I always say, be better tomorrow. Be better today than you were yesterday, but be prepared tomorrow to be better than you are today. Peace.
Have a good one.
Yeah, man.